Hello and welcome to today's family program. I'm Dr. Kitcher, and it's always a joy to come to you. Today we are finishing on our topic of being entrusted, and I think we have learned so much. Well, before we get into the details, like I always ask, I want you to invite a friend and also take a minute to like and subscribe to this channel, because we are here for you, and our desire is to have many more people, being here, watching and gaining what we are all, getting and benefiting from what is happening here. Today's family exists to help you enrich your relationships and to bring you into a place of living life in a real sense and not even faking it. So as we conclude our topic of being entrusted today, I would really want to first of all remind us all that we have said that in this life, you would in one way or the other be entrusted with something by someone, or even your own personal life, your schedules. There is something that you want to be on top of. And the things that you need to do is to understand that nothing comes just like that. Everything we have, we got it from somewhere. And everything that happens for a reason. We should not be, just there and say what happens should happen. No, things happen because of causes. And usually we get the effects of those things. And it is very, very important that we always become a solution focused. Today, I'm going to mention a few things that will be very, very important as we go on being entrusted. It could be in your relationship, it could be in your work, it could be in friendships, it could be in, any different things that you do with people. So these principles will not work only for one place, but it will work for all other places and aspects of our lives. It is very, very important. Well, let's get into the meat of what we have. So I want you to know that being entrusted or being in charge of something to give account to another person is a reality of life. We all have to be accountable to someone. It could be colleagues, it could be, your boss, it could be anybody, your wife, your husband, your children, and so on and so forth. So we must understand that it's a reality of life to be in charge of something, with you not controlling it all, but you would have to give a reply, you give account to another person. Also, the things that I'm giving you to do, you should make sure that you don't procrastinate. You don't waste time. You don't push to tomorrow what is supposed to be done today. We've said about this already before, and we dealt in it, but I want to make that statement that do not do what you have to do today, tomorrow. Don't push things ahead of you when you have space and time and the energy to do it. Time flies, and time that has gone away is very difficult to redeem it, be it a second, a minute, or an hour. So please value time. And when you have something on board and the energy is there, jump on it and get it done with, and then look for the next great opportunity. And the way life is that the moment you start interacting with things, you begin to understand it and you begin to do more. So being a steward is actually a great, gain and a blessing to you. And therefore, you must be welcoming to when you are entrusted. Position of being entrusted means someone believes in you. Someone knows you can do it. Someone is waiting for you to make something happen, to make others very, very happy. So we must make sure that we shorten the gap between communication and implementation. The gap between communication and implementation must be shortened. The more you obey quickly and do things faster, you will get better results. Why? Because when something is fresh, it is flexible, it is great, it is good. And that's the time to do it. Do not delay. Do not delay. If you delay sometimes, before you wake up, the next person is doing it. I remember someone told me something. He said, in my life, I realized that anytime I have an idea to do something, as I'm preparing and thinking, and I like to think through everything and go back and come and think again and again. Before I've started, I'm the second or the third person doing it because others have done it already. I say, no, when you get an idea and you have an understanding, jump on it. Start working on it. If it's going to succeed, you will know. More ideas open up as you begin to do stuff. It is so important. So please make sure that you don't joke with time. You don't procrastinate. Make sure you do things in time. You must be hardworking. Laziness is an enemy to progress. Laziness will compromise every vision, every mission, every agenda that you have. I say laziness will compromise every vision, every mission, every agenda, every goal, everything that you want to do. Never be lazy. Please remove laziness out of your life. Don't say, oh, well, I feel, the wind will blow, the rain will fall, and therefore I'll wait for the sunshine. Hey. Get up, get your rain boots. Get your raincoat, get your umbrella, get into the rain, get stuff done. Don't like that lazy attitude. Don't be like a potato sitting in a couch. No. Be hardworking, be on top of your business, and guess what? You are going to see great results. It is very, very important. The immediate, response to things and assessing your energy, knowing you can do it, will make you jump out of bed and go catch it. Sometimes I'm sleeping. I cannot wait for morning to come. I cannot wait. Why? Because there is this idea, because there is this thing visiting my mind, and it's still like 2 a.m. And I'm like, oh, wow, when will it be 6 a.m.? So I can wake up and begin to face the day because there is something that is pushing me. You must be ready to move. It is very, very important. And be active in the things that you do. Be active. Don't be passive. Don't wait for others to do. Show interest. Smile when you work, especially when you're doing a hard job. Just give it a smile, and before you see, the hard work is smiling back at you and giving you the ability to make it work. It is very, very important. And be sure you do not overspend. You do not spend uselessly. Money spent is money gone. Many people think the more I spend, that shows how rich or how worthy I am. You are not worthy or rich by how much you spend, but it is by how much you have after you have spent. Some kinds of spending is not an investment. Therefore, it is down the drain. It does not come back to you. So please be sure you are channeling resources where it's needed most and where it means, to do business. It is very, very important. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. The next thing is that there is going to be a day when you have to give account. Therefore, as you working, look at the calendar. You don't have all of eternity to do what you got to do. You don't have every minute being the same. So once the cloud is clear, get out and do what you got to do, because you don't know whether rains will come in the next few minutes. It is absolutely important for you to make sure you do not push things behind you. Love work, work actively, and be a person of value. It is so important. It is so important. And we are talking about being entrusted. And this is where I would like to stay on for a bit. The whole issue of trust. My question is, can you be trusted? This is the question. It's $1 billion question. Can you be trusted? Can somebody put his hope in you? Can somebody expect you to deliver? Can somebody put his confidence in you? Yes, you are sometimes given a job to do based on what people know and think you are. And that takes me to my second question for you. Are you really what people think you are? Are you that competent as you parade yourself? Can you deliver the goods when you are giving the nudge? You know, many politicians, many, people come on the scene. They promise and they do so many stuff. And when giving the power, you see he does not know left from right. The confidence, the faith, the trust, the belief that people have in you, is it genuine? Is what they are seeing what is there? So you make sure you align your actions, your words, what you show and give to people with the reality on the ground, because one day it's going to be put to the test. And when you fail the test, it is quicker to get you blocked, deleted from everybody's good books than to have your name written in 2 good books. So please make sure you are giving the right information, the right energy. Don't let people guess you. Many people, they talk big. When it's action, they are nothing. They can't even act small. They cannot act at all. Oh yeah, I can do this. And especially when you see people sitting and criticizing everybody, those guys don't do anything. A true steward does not criticize. He looks for solutions. So please make sure that you can be trusted. Work on this more than anything that you can. Make sure you gain the normal trust. And the issue about trust is, come on, if you are your real self and you don't show fake stuff, what happens is that people will like you because they can't double guess you, because they would get what they see. They would have an answer to the question they ask if there is. And that answer will be a genuine answer, whether it's right or wrong. Many people think you must be the best, then you'll be trusted. No, you must be transparent. You must be open. You must be frank. You must say it as it is. You see, when somebody loves you, sometimes they are not thinking about how much you can do, but they're thinking about you being by them. So even if it means doing something and you say, well, I don't have all the competence, but I can do what I'm able to, if you don't mind, the person will say, oh yeah, why not? I still want you on board. So I'll provide you help. I will ask somebody to help you to do that because I need you on board. So please let us not try to do like, the trend now that when people, want to impress, they want to speak bigger, they want to appear bloated. When you look at resumes of people, oh my goodness, I read some resumes and I ask myself, why aren't you the head of the United Nations? Why aren't you the president of maybe one of the powerful countries in the world? Oh, so much you know in sports. Why aren't you the minister for sports of the nation? It's all paper, on paper, and by talking. Some of those people cannot even manage their own wardrobe. Yeah, we are concluding, so I need to bring in everything for you to know. And these are the things that really matter. Trust. How much can you trust? Are your words sugar-coated, or your words are real? Never run away from a task. And don't ever think you can do what you are asked to do. You can do it. Maybe not directly by your personal influence, but you can seek for help. You can train for it. You can get knowledge. You can look for information, and then you have everything on board, and you can do it. I remember I bought a lamp from the shop, and I was fixing it. Somebody helped me to do one, and then there wasn't time. So he says, oh, maybe you can continue with the rest. I say, yeah, I've seen how it's done. I thought I had seen it. But when I started, it wasn't that easy. I referred to the manual. I read about it, and I continued, and it was better. At the end of the day, I was able to sort the puzzle out. Next time when I see that again, I have been there. I can jump on it because I know where to start and where to go to. So you need to be ready for the challenges that life will bring you and embrace it wholeheartedly and deal with issues. Somebody said one time, and I begin to believe it, for many years now, that problems are there to be solved. If a problem cannot be solved, then it does not exist. So long as there are issues, there will be solutions. The issues will come, we'll get to the drawing board, we'll dig down into, the root of whatever, and we will find an answer. Today, many diseases that killed, whole communities, villages were eradicated, especially in Africa and so on. The diseases are now even eradicated. It's no more there. Why? Because somebody thought solution. They could have said, let's start making more graves because the whole country will become a grave because everybody will die. But they said, no. People didn't die. They went to laboratories, they started doing researches here and there, and they came up with solutions. Today, there are so many things that 40 years ago you cannot think about, but they're happening. Procedures that takes, months and months to get through can be done in an hour. Why? Because somebody thought solution. Somebody thought answers. And you must be a person who goes for the answer. Don't be overwhelmed by the grandeur of the task. Don't feel intimidated by the bigness of what you're doing. If it's a national assignment, you're doing it for the whole population. Millions and millions of people. But you can do it. Being a steward, being entrusted to do something is a privilege. It is not a right. It is a privilege, and it must be handled with thankfulness. It must be handled with gratitude. It must be handled with humility. Very, 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 very important. Please do not let any opportunity slip you by as far as being entrusted is concerned. I know one thing for sure, that the things that you have learned here, you are going to put them into practice. And as you put them into practice, it's going to help you build your life fresh, and you will gain so much, not only experience, but also access to bringing solutions. Never ever think you are done. You can always move to the next level. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next month when we start a new topic. And that will be actually next week. I'm so grateful. And in the month of November, we are going to deal with finishing stuff, how to conclude things, and how to run up, and how to make the best decision to usher in the newness. It's so beautiful. So don't miss out. This is today's family program, and I am Dr. Albert Kitcher. And if you are here for the first time, our programs are built one on the other. So I encourage you to watch the previous programs, especially for this month on stewardship. It's very, very important so that you will know what you need to do when you are entrusted. In fact, you are being entrusted by something right now as we speak. You may not know, you may know, but the sessions we've had will help you to know exactly what to do when and how. So please do not hesitate to, watch these programs. And also, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us, because we are here for you, and we will make sure that you get all the answers that you want. There is nothing that does not have any solution. So long as men and women are here on the planet and we have brains in our heads, we will sit, we will research, and we will get the answers. Today's family is here to help you and to make your life easier, to make your life better, to make your life more understandable, and to make your life meaningful so that you can leave legacies to generations upon generations. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I believe that this month has been very good for you. Till we see you again next week, I'm Dr. Albert Kitcher, and I say bye-bye.